You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way.
Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us stay.
Do not categorize the blessing by colors. It is not the colors you need to watch. It is the character. Watch out for the character. I'm going to tell you that there are three basic types of people that you will interact with if you are a child of destiny. Can I share this with you? The first group are confidants. Confidants. You will have very few of them. Confidants are those people in your life who love you unconditionally. They are into you. Whether you're up or down, right or wrong, they are into you. They are in for the long haul. If you get in trouble, they get in trouble with you. They'll come see you in the jailhouse. They'll come get you out of the crack house. They're confidants. You can open up and share anything with them. You'll never inherit your kingdom until you find your confidant. You can't be David till you find your Jonathan. Having a good confidant is the key that unlocks the kingdom, because you were raised outside the gate and God's going to cause you to reach over the wall. You got to have a confidant behind the wall who can mentor you for what God is going to do next in your life. The problem with most people is that everybody they run around with is under them. And so you are forever feeding people who can't feed you. And after years of feeding them, they begin to drain you. You got to have somebody who can feed you so you can feed somebody else. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Am I talking to anybody in here? You need the confidant then. The confidant is those few people that come along in your life that are for you. They are with you. They are intimately intertwined in your life. They are there to make sure that you reach your destiny. They will confront you. They will get in your face. They will get in your business. They will tell you when you're wrong because they are confidants. If you have 2 or 3 of them in a lifetime, you are a blessed person. Without them, you'll never be who God called you to be. You need to find your confidant. Number 2, the other group are your constituents. They are not into you. They are into what you are for. They are for what you are for. They are your constituents. And as long as you are for what they are for, they will walk with you and work with you and labor with you, but never think that they are for you. They are for what you are for. And you have to know that, because if they meet somebody else that will further their agenda, they will leave you and hook up with them, because they were never for you. They were just for what you were for. They are your constituents. And throughout your life, if you're not careful, particularly if you're broken, you will mistake your constituents for your confidants. And you will think that they are for you when they are really not for you. They are just for what you are for. And by the time you get through falling in love with them, they will break your heart as they hook up with somebody else who is for what you are for, because it was never about you anyway. It was about the causes that you represent. They are for what you are for, but they are not for you. They are your constituents. Can I go deeper with this? The third group are your comrades. These people are not for you, nor are they for what you are for. It is just that they are against what you are against. And the comrades will make strange bedfellows. This will cause people to come together who are not for you, and they are not for what you are for, but they are against what you are against. And they will team up with you to help fight a greater enemy. But don't be confused by their associations. They will only be with you until the victory is accomplished. These people are like scaffolding. They come into your life to fulfill a purpose. And when the purpose is complete, the scaffolding is removed. But don't be upset when they are removed, because the building always remains when the scaffolding is removed. What I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, expect the constituents and the comrades to leave you and desert you after a while. Don't be upset when they don't react to your dream the way you expected them to, because they were never really with you in the first place. Be careful then who you tell your dream to, because if you tell your dream to your constituents, they will desert you and try to fulfill the dream without you. If you tell it to your comrades, they won't support it because they never were for what you were for anyway. If you find a few people in your entire life with whom you can share your dream with, you are a blessed somebody. I can tell you how to identify people who are really for you. If they are really for you, they will weep with you when you weep, and they will rejoice when you rejoice. When you walk in a room and you tell somebody good news, stop being happy for a minute and watch their reaction. If they're not happy for you, shut your mouth and walk back out of the door. Oh, y'all don't hear what I'm saying to you. Oh yeah, because when they are really connected to you, they will be happy for you when you share your dream. Find somebody, look them in the eye and say, are you happy for me? If you don't get the right reaction, don't tell them anything else. You need somebody who's really going to be happy for you. I don't want just anybody praying for me. I don't want none of them haters praying for me, because you know you hate me and you don't want me to succeed. I want somebody praying for me who really wants me to be blessed, who wants me to be an overcomer, so you can put up your oil and stop speaking in tongues, because you know you never did speak to me anyway, and ain't no need in you coming up here in this hospital like you gonna pray some cancer up off of me. I'd rather have somebody who really loves me lay across the bed and rebuke the devil. And God is so faithful, he'll always give you somebody.
You get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man will get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy.
It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first. And though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And of course, you know, in the village with the DAT Triplets, we originate, we don't imitate. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanians, Venerians, Sonaranians. You're welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear a purple t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a violet t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And then you know this is where we
They
start the
have a
thing.
place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, come with me. We do have DAT on WZYE, Santa Manate.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You can also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
Oh yeah, folks, we coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. Let me say a special welcome to 1/3 of the DAT Triplets, no other than the one and only one, my good friend out of Marabella, my partner out of Newark, New Jersey, the commissioner in Newark, New Jersey, the one and only one, the man that's played pan. The man started at pan side. The one and only, the man who worked for CBS, the commissioner, the one and only, Thomas E. Marshall Nisbet, boy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm the trapsman, the drummer.
Well, I gain you a lot of accolades, man.
Yeah. I love pan and have always been in the pan movement, but I'm the man in the engine room.
You in the engine room?
Yeah, I'm the man who fires up the engine.
All right. You's the engine man. I hear you. I hear you. You know what I mean? Somebody had to be the engine man, you know. Somebody had to be the engine man. So tell me, how was your day today?
Quite good, quite good, I must say. And yours?
You know, but I can't complain, you know. Tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Today was a splendid first day.
I like the pictures in your background.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, that's our Miss Universe contestant.
Well, she's Venezuelan.
Well, she's from the universe or the
Is
world.
she a citizen of Trinidad?
I would want to think so. Not born in Trinidad, but maybe naturalized.
So I don't know. Let me see it. I have that story. Let me see if hold on. Let me get this here. Okay, here it is. So what let's put them story and them there. And then all in a sudden, when I want to read it, it has disappeared. Hold on.
But from what I'm hearing, it is believed that she's most qualified to take that position
Mm.
as our representative. So be it. I guess the
So,
experts know what they're dealing with.
so she's a Trinidadian. Huh?
Yes, if she represents Trinidad, she has to be Trinidad and Tobago. She has to be Trinbagonian.
Uh because there was a lot of I just had the thing here.
She wasn't born in
Uh,
Trinidad or Tobago, but she is Trinbagonian. I heard someone saying that she's only been in the country 6 years. I don't know how true that is.
well, they had to translate for her. I know that much. I
And I
think
mean,
she couldn't speak English.
well, that speaks volumes to what they've done.
Oh, here it is go. Um, hold on, Venezuelan wins Trinidad and Tobago. Hold on, Venezuelan. I'm trying to find a
If she cannot speak English, it's a shame. It's a dirty shame.
Okay, let me take this first one here. This one here says, I wonder, I don't know if that has. Okay, let me see what it says here. Um, okay, this is what it says. Milady Materano, a national of Venezuela, has won the title of Miss Grand International Trinidad and Tobago 2023 at the recently concluded pageant. Materano will represent the Twin Island for the first time at the Miss Grand International 2023 in Vietnam. That is
Was
not
it,
Miss
oh,
Universe.
no, it's Miss Grand International. Okay, well, so
What
be
is
it.
that?
I don't know. It
The
must be
victory of
something good.
the victory of the Venezuelan national is significant. This is the first time in the pageant history that a contestant will represent Trinidad and Tobago in the Miss Grand International 2023 pageant.
So
Right?
it's not universal and it's not world. It's Grand
Right.
International. Okay.
Yeah. The people of Trinidad and Tobago extend their heartfelt support and appreciation to the title winner. They believe that granted she's not a national of the Twin Island, she will still be representing them and their people in Vietnam.
What
Social
the,
media user Kenrick Ali argued at the end of the day, she was either born, raised, and has blood of a citizen of the country. If she has that much pride to want to represent our beautiful country in an international competition, we should have just much pride to celebrate and support her. On the other hand, some social media users also express their disappointment that a Venezuelan national is representing their country people in an international pageant. Accordingly, social media looking divided on the reactions to the victory of Milady Materano. Some people on social media also question the authenticity of the qualifying pageant. A social media user, Christopher Victor, has spoken on the issue passionately and defended the Miss Grand International Trinidad and Tobago 2023 winner. He claimed that no one should be attacking the winner. She didn't do anything besides participate in this competition. All anger and frustration should be directed at the organizers. He believed that they set the wheels in motion. She still deserves our full support as she prepares for the actual battlefield. The national pageant was held on Sunday, September the 10th at Movie Town, Trinidad. The winning contestant went viral during the premiere of the Barbie movie, where she hired to play the fictional character of Barbie for Movie Town. During the question and answer segment, the pageant organizers provided a translator for Mataranas to facilitate communication between the judges and the contestant.
Something seems wrong with that whole scenario. I don't know.
Oh God, Tommy Boy?
I
Tommy
mean,
Boy?
we reach.
Tommy,
That's what I could say.
this is what question I will ask. Yeah? Can
Venezuelan national Milady Materano to represent Trinidad and Tobago for Miss Grand International pageant in Vietnam.
I don't know if
Venezuelan national.
hold on, eh? Let me see if I could get this up. Let me see if I could get this thing up here. Tommy, I don't know if the same thing can happen in
If the roles were switched, if there was a Trinidadian representative,
the role was split. Yeah. I don't know. All right, hold on. Let me see if I could. Let me get this here. Hold on. Eh? All right, so here it is.
Venezuelan national Milady Materano to represent Trinidad and Tobago for Miss Grand International pageant in Vietnam. Venezuelan national Milady Materano to represent Trinidad and Tobago for Miss Grand International pageant in Vietnam.
But Tony, I think what we have to look at is what were the rules.
Yep.
If the rules allow her to participate, then there should be no questions. It's that simple. If the rules allow her to participate, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't care if she can't speak English, if she speak Portuguese, if she speak Dutch. If the rules didn't say that she had to be a Trinbago national, then it's open sesame.
All right.
I don't know what the rule says. So anybody who wants to say and make any statement, what? Let me see if I could find out. What are the rules? What is called Miss Grand International? That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
Let me see. Miss Grand International. Okay. Let me see if I could find the rules of Miss Grand International.
Let me get my Google.
Huh?
I said I'm gonna pick up my Google also.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up Google. What are the rules for Miss Grand International in Trinidad and Tobago? Okay. What are the rules for Miss Grand International? VRAND. What are the rules for contesting in Miss Grand International in Trinidad and Tobago? Let me see that. Okay, here it is. Miss Grand International Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, Miss Grand Trinidad and Tobago is a national female beauty pageant in Trinidad and Tobago to select its representative to the International Miss Grand International pageant. The pageant was founded in 2023 by a Border Spain-based event organizer, Stolden Production Limited, and is directed by Crazy Rum Subhag and Sean Paul, who also serve as the national licensee for Miss Grand International in Trinidad and Tobago since 2021. Okay, English, parent organization. Um, Initially was projected to start 2015, but our assigned representative withdrew. Want to organize the first contestant that year. The country representative. First edition of Miss Grand was held in parallel with the male pageant, Mr. Grand Tobago, in which the winner, so they have a Mr. one too, you know, will be held in the Philippines. Each category will consist of 15 candidates who qualify for the national final round through an audition held in early July 23rd at Studio 28, located at the capital city, Port of Spain. Representative place and the first and third runner-up. National finalists. References. Okay. I mean, I don't see anything in here. External link. All right. So I don't see anything in here that tells us who can represent or who cannot represent.
Yeah, it looked like some kind of a makeup something.
Yeah. It looked like I opened something and they just have a contest in Trinidad and different parts of the world. And this comes from all different parts of Trinidad too. There are representatives from different parts of Trinidad. This year there were 15 of them. I don't see edition. Yeah, I don't see it, Tommy. So, just based on what I saw there, Tommy, I don't see that there's any qualification for you to be a national of Trinidad and Tobago in order to make.
It doesn't look like we have to take this serious at all.
Yeah. I think the people who are making noise haven't done any homework. There's a Mr. too. There's a Mr. Grand International too. That will be held in the Philippines. You know, so I just don't think.
I saw something where Thailand was involved. It was a Thailand. Anyway.
It is being held in
Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah, I think Vietnam. Yeah, I don't see.
Anyway, let's not waste time with that because apparently it's not that serious.
No, it didn't serious. Yeah, it's actually gonna be held in Thailand. Bangkok, Thailand.
Okay.
The current Miss Grand International title holder is Isabella Minin of Brazil, who was crowned on October 25th, 2022 in Sentul City, West Java, Indonesia. Contestant selection. The contestant of each edition of the pageant was selected by the franchise holder in respective countries or territories through a national contest, internal casting, or being handpicked. Being a newly established international pageant, almost half of the participated contestants were selected as national representatives without acquiring the national title in the respective state's pageant. Nonetheless, in pageant popular countries, especially in Far East and the Americas, annual national pageants are usually being held to crown a winner to compete in the Miss Grand International pageant. For example, Miss Grand Cambodia, Miss Grand Malaysia, Miss Grand Nepal, and Miss Grand Paraguay. Some of them were the runner-up or obtained the supplementary title at other national pageants. Despite not being considered economically popular event in Europe and Africa, many countries have conducted national pageants. For instance, Miss Grand Albania, Miss Grand Kosovo, Miss Grand Spain, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah. So okay. So to me, I don't think it has anything to do with. Um, I don't think it has anything to do with whether you're national or not. So it's a non-issue. Really,
True.
it's a non-issue. Okay, so of course, first in the village tonight was Nadia. Nadia, good day to you. Boy, Nadia was in early 2 o'clock today, boy, because I also sent that thing out early today. Good night to you, Nadia. Good night to you. Tommy Nadia says good night.
Good night, Nadia.
Yeah. Nadia says Diana Benskin, good night. She says good night to Takesha, Judy, Lana, Rose, Capiza. Rennie Mohammed, good night. Albert, Ken, John, Vonnie, Ellis, blessed. Dr. Love says good evening, Nadia. Punctual as ever. Yeah, Nadia, punctual. But I could see Nadia going to work, but she ain't missing. It could be rain, thunder, lightning, but
We have to
Nadia,
we have to reward Nadia for her loyalty, you know, and for her.
yeah. Good day, brothers and sisters. Love in the house.
Hey, the storm's in the house.
Dr. Love said, great love is all I bring. Yeah. Rennie says, sending happiness is my pleasure. Sharing love is my thing. Neither can you measure, not even with gold or diamond ring. Love, doctor is my name. Spreading love is my game. Whatever you subscribe, I will definitely prescribe. Anything you need to be cured, I have different grades of love that's effective and pure.
You go.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, Father. Yeah, Father. Now hold a minute. And he said, respect to the panel, Mr. Walls, Lady Diana, Mr. Tommy.
Respect, Rennie. Respect.
Yeah, respect all the time. When he says WZYE is a place of comfort, where being real requires no effort. Here all colors, creed, and race can find an equal place. No matter how far I roam, WZYE is my home away from home. Santi Manite, full 100.
All right, Rennie. You're getting better.
Yeah. Takesha, welcome. Welcome back to Keisha. We hope everything is okay
Hey,
with you.
hope all's well.
Yeah. And welcome back. We missed you in the village. Hey, me and Gino early tonight, but me and Gino. Good evening, WZYE, Wall Street, Tommy and Diana. Rose in early tonight too, but I know Rose husband gets she phone early tonight. I know. Good night, everyone. Rose said, Mr. LeBon, you looking nice in that color suit. Yeah, but how to dress up. Diana, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How's
Wonderful.
everybody doing?
Good,
Well,
thank you. And
I am
yourself?
friends first.
I'm dealing with a pinched nerve here. Oh, Lord, my shoulder. I'm gonna feel, but I'm here.
Kapiza, welcome. Kapiza wants to know war doesn't matter. Does what matter? No, does what matter? I don't care where she from. If she living in Trinidad and the contestants and there's no stating that she had to be a national, she could of course go in the contest. I don't care if she don't speak English. People making a big issue because she can't really speak English. So what? I really don't care. If you have a contestant in Trinidad, for example, Let me say some Venezuelans start up a steel band, right? And them going and playing Panorama. Them can't play in Panorama.
Of course.
There's no specification that says you have to be a Trinidadian or a Tobagonian, or you have to be a citizen of Tobago in order to play in Panorama. So they could
Because
go and play in Panorama and win.
because foreigners come to Trinidad every year to play for Panorama.
Yeah, man.
From far west Japan.
So let me be a cynic here. Can a Trinidadian go to Venezuela and represent Venezuela in the same category?
We asked that question earlier.
If it's open, if there's no criteria that says you have to be a Venezuelan national, you could go on any country.
So I have more questions. So how did she become so regularized to represent Trinidad and Tobago? You know,
So it was a contest.
What our research has netted us is that it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's in serious.
what do you mean? Did the competition?
Yeah, the Grand International or Grand whatever.
Yeah, it's a man have a franchise in Trinidad, and he set up contestants, and as a matter of fact, there are 15 contestants, different parts of Trinidad. They have the contest and they pick a winner. She represents whoever one she want to represent, like Arima, wherever it is. There are different places they have it, and that is the story.
Well, I still think it should be a Trinbagonian girl. That's just nice. That's nice. That's me. They're already oppressed in all other areas. They can't represent the country in beauty too. Nah, I should be a Trinbagonian girl. That's it. That's just my opinion.
Logically, it seems that way. Except that whatever happens or is going on with this is not logical. It's strictly subjective.
It's strictly subjective. So you're telling me they don't have it should be a okay. It should be a Trinidadian girl. I don't know.
So she represented Diego Martin West. They were representatives from Aruma, Aruca, Caroni Central. Hey, I wonder if this Capiza family, boy. Wait now, Caroni Central are representative. Caroni East. Capiza, I wonder if there's your family. Maria Inika Ramnat and Samantha Niranjan. Capiza, see that your family. That Caroni Central.
Oh no.
Capiza. Captain boy, see that your family boy. So yeah, Arima, Aruca, Caroni East, Caroni Central, Shoguanas, Diego Martin East, Mildy represented Diego Martin West, Mayaro, Pointe-a-Pierre, Port of Spain North, San Fernando, San Juan East, St. Augustine, and St. Joseph. I kind of all them kind of place look like kind of middle class place kind of.
Well,
I kind of get that feeling, you know. St. Anne's.
So let me ask you something. What's the judging criteria in this grand international scheme of things? What's the judging?
We're all learning at the same time about it.
Yeah, they say it's a national female beauty pageant in Trinidad and Tobago.
To me, and this is just my opinion, all here, don't come for me. To me, it looked like it's a pornographic thing. Because I never see Janelle Pinney Commission. I never see Wendy Fitzwilliams. I never see the other young lady, I can't get her name called, forgive me, pose off so with all Miss Mary at the door in any competition. So me don't know what kind of competition that is. So let the Venezuelan go ahead with the porn now.
No, but if there's a contest and you enter the contest and whatever the requirements and you follow the requirements and you win.
It just seems as though it's seedy. It seems just my impression. I'm not saying that's what it is. My impression, it seems to be something pornographic. I don't know on that.
No, I look if you look at, but you had to look at the main event.
from the poses the young lady give off, and I was in the punch. I posed properly. I did not pose with all the acre of land God give me at the door. So I wouldn't want I wouldn't follow that because it just seems as though it to me. I ain't saying it is.
Were you in a
The
pageant?
impression I get is porn.
Were you in a pageant?
If I was in a pageant, maybe yes, I was in pageants in my life. I didn't
No.
pose like that.
What year was that?
Islam, I was in pageants in my life. Let's end it there. And I ain't gotta go give you the year and all that. Years ago. I when I was a young lass. All right?
Yeah, but
Of course, when I was a young lass. Okay?
we always have this discussion about
Yeah,
carnival.
but you gotta ask him, you gotta wait, yeah, was that? But when I was a young lass, I'm a 63-year-old woman now. You don't expect it's now. It's when I probably was her age. All right? And I was photographing the punch, and I did not appear the way she appears. When I saw it, I said, oh, Jesus, what kind of competition? I never see Penny Commission pose so yet. So I know it ain't of that caliber. So I done follow it. I don't want to know what it is, and I ain't following it. She could win, lose, for my matter, I don't care. Nothing interests me. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's just I think it's a pageant, and you just pick the do it.
Rose said maybe a Miss Mary competition.
She's not the first contestant to use a translator. All right. Yeah. Rose said in this country called Trinidad, it is very hard to please people. You do good, they bad talk. You do bad, same thing.
So if you have a Trinidadian, a Venezuelan representing, pretty sure you have a Chinese prime minister.
If he's a Trinidadian,
You have a Chinese prime, right?
if he's a Trinidadian, say what?
Oh, jeez. I don't talk.
Tommy, she look good then. She mad outfit. I don't have a problem with the lady.
I am not judging the lady. She look good, bad, whatever. I find the poses she's skinning up there. I'm like, wait, there's Hugh Hefner. There's a pornographic thing. I've never seen Penny Commission pose like this, so it ain't something I want to follow. So I done.
No, but Penny Commission was entering in a Miss Universe. That's different.
They could bamboozle all the Trinidadians easy, all the Trinidadian male easy. Just put something on a light skinned woman and send you there. Go show your assets and watch all it going with your tongues hanging out. Go. All it easy to get bamboozled.
Okay. Rose said Jack Warner was one of the judge.
Oh shoot.
Highly welcome. Welcome, Highly. I just feel that if yeah, Rose said I'll keep loyal to being with you all without expecting any reward. So Khalid, welcome back. Khalid Purcell, welcome back. I think Khalid was here before, you know.
Yeah, the name look familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah, the whole thing. Is it's
more oppression again.
Yeah, I thought that it had something to do with a national contest where it was based on nationals, and somehow she slipped through the cracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a little DB thing.
Yeah. It's a small thing.
I see it. They're exploiting she. That's all. They're exploiting her.
Maybe if the host or the guy who owns the franchise, if they win, they get a percentage or something. I mean,
they're gonna exploit. They're exploiting her. But you should have proper management. I bet they're exploiting her.
I mean, first to begin, she doesn't speak the national language of Trinidad and Tobago.
I don't know.
So that speaks volumes as to what we're dealing with.
Granted, she's not a bad-looking girl and all that, but if I were her making my appearance to the world, I would not pose how she posed. If people ain't gonna take you serious, you pose seductive if you want, yeah, but like I'm like, oh God, here we go with the culture
Wait,
again.
wait. How people could not take her serious and she win the contest?
Well, higher forces then. I'm still, I'm not. I have a company here that question me too.
I don't understand how it is.
Well, she win a credible contest, Miss World, that she's going to get a lot of all over the world. Yeah, she win a very credible competition on par with Commission. Yeah, that she won that. So let me continue.
And listen, Venezuela have won the Miss World title 6 times.
That's right.
That's not what I'm saying. In this instance here, this young lady, she won Miss World. So we continue.
No,
So let her go ahead.
All I'm saying is that the fact says that it appears that Venezuela produces a lot of beautiful women in order for them to win a little
And
country.
Trinidad and Tobago too.
Yeah, but Venezuela have won it more than Trinidad.
And Trinidad and Tobago too. I go stand up for my Trini women, And
Venezuela
Trinidad and
Tobago, we've done better.
Do you see? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Compare the current lady in Miss World with her. Well, I can't get Trini. Let me talk a finer in my thing here. I post her picture in my group for people to support her.
We have
compare her to her.
Trinidad who has had Giselle Laurent.
That's the name I forgot. Yeah, you're glad for
this is not something comparable to Miss World or Miss Universe. Venezuela have won Miss Universe 7 times.
Okay, well, happy hooray for them and the culture.
This is
and
just
they're slowly seeping into Trinidad. Happy hooray for them and that, right?
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Happy hooray for them and that.
Yeah. 1979, 81, 86, 96, 2008, 2009.
I care how many times they win it. Happy hooray for her and what she did. Happy hooray for her. Let me see how far she's going to go.
Okay.
Where's the one where I put...
she didn't get there yet, but you want to see how far she will go, right?
Let's see how far she's going to go. That's I'm not saying now. Let's see how far the young lady's going to go. That's all I say. Okay. First impression counts, Carries a lot of weight.
United States and Venezuela are almost tied for being the country with the most universe winners.
Okay, happy hooray. Happy hooray.
And hold the title for the country with the most winners. Venezuela is home to 7 winners for the Miss Universe title.
What's the population of Venezuela? Let me see.
Yeah, let me
did you see what they do to Vanessa Williams? I don't know. Huh?
What's ridiculous?
Just plain. Yeah, thank you. You see what they do to Vanessa Williams? All right. I wish the young lady nothing but success. First impressions count. I wish her nothing but success. But good, that's all I'm gonna say. I wish her nothing but success. What is the name of the young lady representing us, Miss World? I thought I had she in my group, man. Yeah, a beautiful young lady. Anybody know? Representing us in Miss World.
What if there was an automated software that could make passive income for you? You've probably heard about ChatGPT and these other AI softwares in the news and social media.
That's not me.
Yeah. Yeah, I Yep. Jack Warner has a back full 100. Yeah. Jack Warner has given her full 100. Yeah. She loves us enough to represent. She loves us enough to want to represent. So let's love her back. Yeah. I guess you full 100.
Yeah.
That's my family. That's my neighbor. At last, she ain't there with a bad man, wasting her life. Yeah.
Now, them men easy to come through for.
Yeah,
28.2
we had
million.
to play that. 28.2 million.
I don't know
That's
where it is.
Venezuela's population.
Miss Mary tonight. Yeah. 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 Listen, huh? Oh, folks, let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets at WZYE 95.9 FM. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets. It's Diana and Summer, Tommy, and you in the village with the DAT Triplets. Stick and stay. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
We're back with you. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show coming soon on 91.9 FM, the #1 radio station in Trinidad and Tobago. So we'll be there, and you can join us. Coming real soon. Real soon. Yeah. So Tommy, I don't see much of a problem with that situation there. We basically making a mountain out of a molehill.
Okay, Ansem, look here. I ain't like want y'all see me on camera. Look at the beautiful girl representing Trinidad and Tobago in Miss Will. See what I'm saying? All right? Class. You see the class? That's all I got to say. All right. Good.
Let me just ask for an excuse because I was talking to the commission there for a minute. The conversation is over, so I'm back.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Hey.
So Tommy and Diana, the Parliament opened.
It's
today or yesterday?
Not
yesterday.
sure. Didn't follow. Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, right? And there were some rumblings that Anil Roberts. You know something? Let me find out from him directly. I don't want to jump the conclusion. Let me see if he goes.
We hear a lot of noise.
So it's the 12th Parliament, 4th sitting.
Right. So, folks, we're trying. You know what? Let me do something. Let me try calling Anil Roberts. Let me try that and see what happens.
So the president made some bold.
Yeah, and we have that too, Tommy. The bold remarks made by the folks. We calling Senator Anil Roberts. If we don't get him, we try Senator David.
Don't they have a meeting or something?
All right, let's try Senator David. At least we know if we call Senator Nakiri normally.
But if they're in a meeting, it's going to be difficult.
Senator, Senator David Naked, welcome to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are live on air. Do you have a minute, sir?
Yes, I do for you guys always.
Welcome, Senator.
Thank you.
Hey, you know one thing.
Thank you. Nice to hear all of.
Let me say this. You know you haven't failed us yet, man. You know, I talk like a Yankee, right? You haven't failed us yet, man. Eh?
Well, I don't fail anyone. Thank God.
No, but I ain't talking about. I ain't asking if you're failing nobody. I say you haven't failed us. I ain't saying.
I'm adding. And I seldom fail anyone.
All right, okay. Yeah, but wait now. I see you on Twiggy. And you're getting Twiggy, all kind of bag, all kind of thing. What is that one? Tell me about that one now. I ain't calling for that, but tell me about that one. I just remember that one.
No, that one have history behind it. That is Desperados and Renegades, Auntie Twiggy. Yeah, like I have to call her Auntie because she go way back with my uncles Rudolph Charles and Kenneth Charles and Uncle Jerry Waldron, and you know, she go way back with my uncle. She know all of them, they know her. You know? So that's a history. They have nothing to do with politics. You know, when I get something, I had to bless my aunt. You know what I mean? So that's what I do.
Yeah, that blessings. That's the way it's supposed to be, you know. You know what I mean?
That's the way it is, yeah. With us, that's the way it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. Like we don't so Senator, we looked at the opening of Parliament, right? And I feel that kind of way. I ain't sure about this, so that's why I call it the act. We don't like to make statements when we do the facts. So what we like to do, we like to call the people and ask the question. Right? So there was something with respect to the opening of Parliament, and it's my understanding that certain people from the UNC turned their back on the president when she was making a speech. And this was a ledger, and I'm asking you to clarify it. Yeah? Your name was called, and they say you was on the phone in the back, just doing whatever. So tell me what's the real thing. Tell me what's the real thing that happened.
Well, I can't give you a response to that because you didn't tell me exactly what it was alleged that I did. I didn't understand.
You say it was on the phone. You say it was on the phone. Not paying attention.
Yeah, but I was on the phone because I don't get to listen to anything that PNM president has to say.
Okay.
You know, she has proven her bias. She has proven her incompetence. She has proven her inclination to do anything that the PNM and this oppressor we call Prime Minister Keith Christopher Rowley, who continues to oppress the people of the East-West corridor, especially my African people. No, okay, you think I apologize for that? No. You have no apology. I will not apologize to anything. I don't feel sorry. And if the stars on my phone is because my phone is infinitely more interesting than anything Christine Kangaloo could ever say. Ever say. And if anybody turn their back towards her, I say bravo for them. And they say if my colleague Senator Anna Roberts did that, bravo to him.
But Senator, you don't think that being that we trying to turn a new leaf and they're talking about unity in the parliament, you don't think that a little more respect for one of the highest officers in the land to at least pay attention for a minute or so? You don't think that could be
you see, this is why I'll go macro here.
All right,
This
go
is
ahead.
why our people, our African people, are the most despised, the most oppressed, the most depressed people on the planet Earth. Because we are supposed to love and forgive everybody, but everybody can do us what they want. Because think Kangaloo, with Anna Roberts, David Naked fighting for our people on the corridor. For our people on the corridor, the most oppressed people in the Caribbean, they're still like prisoners in their own communities because of PNM incompetence, neglect, corruption for the over 60 years. And you telling me that we have to respect somebody who apologize, who is an apologist for the PNM, somebody who is a perpetrator of PNM crimes against my people? Are you joking? And the same thing, this is what has happened in Africa. For years, for decades, centuries, France and all these colonial powers have exploited African people. And when these certain sections of Africa wake up and push all these puppeteers, these puppets, then people start to say, but why, and he was so liked, and Bazoum was so liked by the West. I don't care. I don't care if you feel that, or not you, when I say you, not you, but I don't care if anyone feels.
No, we understand, man. We understand, man.
I don't
We
know
understand.
if anybody feels that the office is deserving of respect. Yes, the office is deserving of respect, but not who occupies that office. Who occupies that office is the biggest fraud, the least qualified president. We have Keith Rowley and the PNM they have lowered the bar so much that anybody now could be president of this republic. And I think that's a crying shame. So don't tell me about respect in the office. I will never respect Keith Christopher Rowley because he has broken the law in office so many times. And you want me to respect that? If a little black boy go and rob somebody to feed his family, you tell me they will respect him? But they're locking that little black boy under the jail. You're telling me about they will respect him. Why don't you respect him? He's trying to feed his family. And you want me to respect Keith Christopher Rowley, who with all the resources has at his disposal. He has broken the law so many times in office. He has compromised the EBC. He has compromised the president's office. He has compromised the police commission. Are you serious? You guys can't be serious talking about respect the office. The office is deserving of respect depending on who occupies that office and how they treat to that office. Yeah. So no respect for Kangaloo, no respect for Rowley, and no respect for most of these ministers who have suffered the people of Trinidad and Tobago for the last 8 years.
Yeah, but Senator, the previous president, she was you consider to be a puppet too?
The previous president was a puppet and she turned out to be a disgrace. And if you look back at my track record with Paula May Weeks, I was so much an advocate for her. This strong black woman who became president, excellent in her portfolio when she was a judge and all of that. And then allowed herself to be bullied by this misogynistic, this clown called Keith Christopher Rowley to intercept a merit list. She tarnished her whole, imagine her whole legacy. A role model, I used to call her, a role model for young black girls. She allowed this Keith Christopher, this nasty dictator called Keith Christopher Rowley to come and bully her and intercept the merit list and change the course, change the whole course of her history. Yeah, so I call her, not only I call her an insipid jackass because she has let down all these black girls who looked up to her as a role model, strong, independent. She allowed that happen, and I will never forget that or forgive that because she had a duty to her people put in that office. We are not here to mollycoddle anybody or to baby any of these office holders. They are well paid by taxpayers' money, and they have to represent them well. So I was the first one to advocate for Paula May Weeks when I became a senator. I spoke, and if you go back, I spoke glowingly of her. But when she did that, when she allowed Rowley to bully her, to break the law, undermine the Constitution, I have no kind words to say about her at all. or who in office.
So, Senator, are you saying that we will see more of the same in the parliament with respect to the difficulties that have been experienced in the parliament by the UNC?
Difficulty for who? You
No, by the
guys,
UNC.
you guys.
I said the difficulties at the UNC. You didn't hear that? You didn't hear that part? Difficulties by the UNC.
What difficulties? We are in the opposition. It is our duty to the people of Trinidad and Tobago to hold this government to account, to put their feet to the fire. We are not here to help this government cover up their incompetence and corruption. We are not here when they come with legislation just to beat up and one shot, one kill black boys, and not while at the same time not providing them with solutions to their lives, programs, economic or otherwise. This government, hey, what's wrong with us, boy? Hey, man, you all have to listen to people like Patrice Lumumba and listen to people like Arikana Shohombre. You have to listen to these people, and you'll see that what we are seeing in Africa is what we are seeing here. PLM have our African people like under some kind of chance, making them feel like Africans used to feel like fans care about them. They watch if France playing a game, the whole stadium watching France play. I could give one rat's behind about France or any European country. I want to see Ivory Coast play or Burkina Faso play. I want to see Trinidad and Tobago play. You guys telling me about if it's going to be the same? Of course it'll be the same. PLM suffered the people for 52 years. If that is not the case, tell me how in 52 years how the only community has not improved, have not advanced, have not progressed is our African people. And you're going to tell me about this is.
But Senator,
to do what? They continue to exploit African people where all of them turn out to be security guards. Security guards are working in fast food outlets.
Senator.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Go ahead, sir.
Senator, I feel your passion. I hear your pain, and I sympathize with and empathize with everything you say. The only thing that's worrying me is that these people who are feeling the pain and are being suffered, why aren't they doing what's best for them by putting the right managers to manage the affairs that will make their lives better? Why?
Well, Tommy, my brother, that is the $1 million question. How our African people could continue to vote against their own interests? How they have not seen or they have not realized. When you look at the families who have benefited under the PNM, and especially in the last 8 years, the Young family, the Alrawi family, the Sinanan family, the Dial Singh family. When you see that African people really and truly have not progressed 1 millimeter under Keith Rowley, who I know for a fact hates to look to the hills of Lavantil. He hates to look to the hills of Mongdo. He hates to look into Puna. Anywhere black people is, Rowley does not care. And you asking me a question that no psychologist seems to answer. And then we have to say, look at France. We have to say maybe in God's time, because now all of a sudden, country after country, Africa waking up.
Are those who are considered alternatives able to convince them that they hold the solution to their issues and their problems?
Well, the PNM continues to try and tell them that we don't. But David Naked wasn't there before. David Naked is here now. In 2020, I was here for 52 days. And I cut the margin into Napuna by 2,000 votes from 2015. I cut the advance. But I'm here 3 years now. And we made advances even in local government. And the people, one thing my people know in the corridor, David Naked is for them. So if they want to worry about who Indian and who not Indian and not realize, David Naked there. And they know David Naked there and have their back. if they want to go and vote for something else, then they will continue to suffer. Because nothing in the track record of the PNM has ever shown that the interests of our people are had. Nothing.
Is the leadership that is an alternative viable? Do they see it as viable, or are they questioning it?
Well, I'll tell you what, the youth, judging by the vote in local government, the youth came out in overwhelming numbers in PNM stronghold areas for the UNC, for the candidates that we put up. And I see that shift. So although the PNM sycophants and the elder generation will continue to vote PNM till the dead, and I don't say PNM till the dead, the PNM till they're living in continuous misery. That is the PNM has given them. Living in continuous misery.
Senator Naked is not all of them living in misery, man.
No. And that is the problem. You see exactly what you're saying there. You see, in just like in Africa, you feel all Africans and them suffering? No. The majority of Africans suffering. But all those countries, you go to those countries, I have been there. I have been to Nigeria. I've been to Niger. I've been to Burkina Faso. All those countries there, they have a thriving black bourgeoisie class, just like Trinidad. A small group of black bourgeoisie people who will perpetrate and facilitate like the policies of the oppressor. And you see, unfortunately, that black bourgeoisie class doesn't care for their black brothers and sisters who have been left behind. They are there just to prop up the government, the oppressive government. And we have a nice black bourgeoisie class in Trinidad and Tobago. You see them? I call them African per day. Emancipation Day, all of them come out in the gabs. African gabs, but they cannot more African. All of them come out
and they bring a king.
Where's that?
And they brought a Ghanaian king, a Ashanti king.
A king. Yeah.
Senator Naked.
Listen to this. Who's a member of the Lodge of Britain? A member of the Lodge. The Lodge who used to be a major player in the slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade. He's a member and a high-ranking member of a Lodge. We bring an African king to try and fool African people here. Boy, brothers, I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. This PNM is a wicked, wicked set of people.
Well, Senator Naked. Senator, you heard of a fellow called Deion Sanders?
Yes,
I did.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
so Deion Sanders.
Prime time?
Huh? Prime time, yeah.
Prime time.
So Prime time is now the coach at Colorado, and Prime time is very black conscious, and he does talk black. He's a black head coach. Well, let me say he's a head coach. He's a head coach. He's black, right? And he talks conscious black stuff. And when people hear him talk, they cringe, but he's very successful. You understand? Because he speaks truth to power. You may not like what he's saying, but he speaks truth to power. And he is the #1 sports story in this country today. And he went to Colorado University. They won 1 game last year, 1 game out of 12 games. So far this year, he's 2-0. And he is the talk of sports in this country. And you see the black conscious thing you talking about is what he does talk about. You understand? So what I'm saying to you is that don't let anybody change you from talking about black conscious thing. I mean, I don't have to tell you that.
Change me?
You know what I mean?
But I grew up in a house. I grew up in a house. All of my fathers half Lebanese. My mother's side, my mother is from Picton in Laventille. My mother's family, my uncles are Rudolph Charles, the Hammer, Kenneth Charles, Jerry Waldron, original founding members of Desperados, Laventille Desperados, the finest steel orchestra in the world. I am black conscious since I know myself. Don't get tapped with the redness. I am black concerned since I knew myself. So nobody can change me at my age right now, at all.
Well, Breads, Senator, I'm not calling you Bread. Senator, if it's one thing, nobody, Senator, can come and tell we about Senator Nakin and Senator Nakin this and Senator. Because, you know, when a person show who they are, believe in them. You are sure that any time it has not, and not only that, but if we call you and we miss the call, you call us back, something wrong with you, man. You ain't ordinary.
Well, I am not. I am not.
Something
I
gotta
glad you know that.
Yes, something gotta be wrong with you, man. You not ordinary. You understand? When, you know, we just can't get no PNM people on this station, you know. And I am supposed to be a supporter of the PNM. Imagine that.
I like the keyword suppose.
They don't like him.
I had to say that. I am supposed to be, you know. But Senator Naked again, man, we want to thank you so very kindly, man, for picking up the phone again. We already kept you for 20 minutes. We didn't call it to keep you so long, but we have. Hey, wait, Senator, somebody have a question. Here, wait, they ask. Ask Mr. Naked, how come we take a Venezuela born to represent TNT at a pageant? What this country reached? Before you answer that, we looked up the procedures. There wasn't anything that said that the person had to be a born Trinidadian or a born Trinbagonian. So if they have a pageant and the requirement is anybody could enter, I don't have a problem with that. Right? If the requirements was the person had to be a national of the country, then that's a problem. But we looked it up here. We looked it up on Wikipedia. We looked it up on Google, and we didn't see anything that stated that the person have to be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago.
So I say have the same grand thing in Venezuela and let the Trini gals and them go down there and do the thing.
You know what? This is a nice.
Huh?
This is a nice aesthetic distraction because, you know, beautiful woman, and we could talk about that. But to be honest, I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
Prime Minister,
Yeah. We said the same
Prime
thing.
Minister.
Yeah, we said the same thing.
Prime Minister who's an oppressive jackass. We have a bunch of incompetent ministers running the country. They have run the country into the ground over the last 8 years. I say, like you said, if the rules were not broken, all power to whoever wins.
Correct is right. That is it. And that is the story done. It's a non-issue. But Senator, before you go, I see the Soca Warriors win 2 games, boy. Senator quiet, boy. He quiet, boy. He quiet. I see the Soca win 2 games.
We always want Trinidad and Tobago to win.
Yeah, I always want them to win, man. I like my Soca Warriors, you know.
But the question we have to ask ourselves, is the team being prepared for when they play against opposition, stronger opposition? Are they being prepared in a way that we can move forward?
No, but
like we did in the 90s. Can we do well in a Gold Cup?
No, yes. Senator, let me take it step by step now, man. We win. When is the last time we win 2 games back to back?
No, I'm not talking about that. Angaziv is I consider him a friend, a colleague. When I was captain, he played under me. I'm not talking about that. And this is his 3rd year. When you say step by step, you have to remember this is his 3rd year.
No, I know that. I know that.
Right. So we have to ask ourselves, is the team being prepared? Because when you look at those games, although we won, we were basically outplayed. They had more possession, they had more shots on goal and so. And we won, which is football, anything can happen.
Yeah, man.
My concern, which I've expressed to Angus personally, it's just that I have a different philosophy how I see the game. I see the game as if you have possession of the ball, the next team cannot score. Angus sees the pragmatic side that he will soak up pressure and look to counter-attack, and if he score a goal or 2, he grab 3 points. I do not think that is suitable for the amount of talent we have in the country. I do not think it's sustainable as a philosophy. But time will tell.
Yeah. We go get a little time, you know what I mean? And I just glad that they win 2 games, you know what I mean? And I hope that the things can get better for them. And when they start to play people like USA and Mexico, you know, and Costa Rica, you know, they go elevate the game now. You know, maybe they go learn from these small games. You know, and my thing is that they should win the games they're supposed to win. You know what I mean? So when they get to the other thing. But Senator, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Naked.
Yeah, man. Bless.
All the best, Senator Naked. Keep on
Thank
keeping
you.
on.
Loving you.
All right, all the time.
Loving you.
Yeah, man.
Love in the house.
You see, folks? I mean, I like that. I like that. You know, man?
He's really.
Yeah, I like people to come in, whether they don't care what side of the political divide they on, let them come in and say what they have to say. You understand? You throw questions at them, ask them questions, let them say what they have to say. This thing that you ain't bringing a fella here because he's this, or you ain't bringing a fella here because he's that. You know what I mean, what kind of thing is that? You know?
If they're scared to come in our see.
No.
Yeah, but I don't know if we see it might be cool. You see it might be cool. You know what I mean?
Let's see, boy.
Yeah.
Troy Smith said, so Troy Smith asked you a question, man. We have a problem with that, man. That's really a non-issue.
When I first saw it, I thought it was a reputable thing, like, you know, Penny had representative and the other young lady, Giselle. I was like, huh? What was going on? But when I read a little more, I said, this looks like there's some kind of knockoff nonsense. Don't even get involved there. So I left it alone.
It's not even a thing that should really take me. Because me and Tommy would do a little homework. And once I didn't do no homework on it.
But you know who put it out?
Eh?
Who put it out?
It was over the news.
No, I know, but who introduced it to our forum first?
Tonight?
I first saw it with a post from Marcia Brave Boy.
No, I saw it on the newspaper. The picture I have in the background is from, I think, the Newsday. I saw it in the Newsday. Me and Tommy just did a little research here in the past 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
We immediately figured it was a non-issue.
When I saw it, I was like, let me read a little more. Let me go. I said, oh, that's some knockoff pornographic thing.
No.
Anyway, I left it alone.
No,
but the senator said it right. It's a distraction.
Yeah,
it's a distraction.
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Troy Smith said he scrap iron cargo boat. Troy Smith.
Oh my God. These villages not easy at all.
Now listener. There's been things going around saying that it was sabotage. Right? If it's saying it was sabotage, that means it's just people trying to sabotage the government. But Fitzgerald Hines went in a group and he stated that it had nothing to do with sabotage. So listen up. Fitzgerald Hines was in a group, one of Gary Mahabir's group, and he said it didn't have anything to do with sabotage. So they weren't really using that excuse of sabotage, while other people were saying it was sabotage. You know? So
why the boat became incapacitated?
Yes.
But look what they got. But my friend that disowned me put out a video saying he do research on the internet, and the two vessels they proposed to replace it with temporarily, them like they had issues. They're too old.
But they're not going to be permanent vessels. They're just temporary.
Yes, temporary.
So let me ask you a question. Are they supposed to be transporting people or just goods?
It's a cargo boat.
The focus is to get the cargo from Trinidad to Tobago.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking, but human can be cargo too. Is it goods or human cargo? What is it?
No, it's mainly cargo.
Just for produce.
And other items. Beers,
commercial.
bread.
But that's
commercial
what I'm
boat.
saying. When I say
Yeah.
I understand cargo. I understand cargo and I understand human. I want to know if people got to get on. Are these boats that are supposed to be transporting people or goods? That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
Because
it's my understanding they have other boats that can
uh
transport people and
okay.
some cargo as well.
Well,
Because you can put your car on the
I personally again on them. They've been looking to thing to me the pictures I see. I don't like water. I don't like going on boat anyway, so they won't get me on
I
them.
think
But
the focus is on commercial
right.
interests as
Yeah,
opposed to the personnel moving personnel.
yeah. They have other, they have I think the AP
APT James.
APT James. That's that type of boat where the people just be on that. And you can put your car on that boat and thing too, you know.
That's
and
right.
so I heard.
Use on that boat too. So, you know, but the
But
other one
my thing is why is Tobago still getting things from Trinidad? Why them can't do their own thing? They start with the bread. Why people can't bake their own bread on the island and distribute it?
you know, I raised that point today with that person too.
Why we bread something as you know bread? Make your own, put your own thing there and distribute it. You aren't wait for no bread from Trinidad.
But
Well,
but highly asked the question, how much to rent them boats? What I think what it is, it's my understanding that the person who they are leasing the boat from, they are responsible to get a replacement boat for that boat. That's
yes.
my understanding.
So there's no additional cost.
So there's no additional cost
Oh, jeez.
because they are still being paid and they
That's
have
right.
to get a replacement until the other boat is fixed.
That's right.
So I have a question. So the Trinidad and Tobago does not have the technical capacity knowledge where how the bringing some people to oversee them to build their own boat and launch it. Why we had to be paying so much money? Why we can't pay young people to build and maintain them things? Tell them to train and bring somebody whoever from wherever and set them up and train the young people to build their own thing and run with it. Why we had to be paying millions for a boat? What happened?
No, I've never, and I've thought about building a causeway from Togo to Tobago and thought it was going to be expensive. But when you really think about it, with all the shenanigans that take place with the sea bridge at this particular time, it may be a good idea to make a one-time investment in building a causeway.
Tommy, I fully agree with you 100%. All right? I fully agree with you. So, folks, hold a minute. 1 minute.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You could also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
So last time I played some stuff regarding what they did in China, right? And I remember I was in France one time and I sent back home pictures of they had a what's it called, boy? I think it's tram cars, boy, that was actually operating on the streets with other cars. But they have things to control it and stuff like that. And you know what people said? That was years ago. They say, oh, God, that's too expensive. It's too expensive. And you know what? Every year we don't do it, it becomes more expensive and more expensive and more expensive.
Absolutely.
Right? And sometimes I just worry about my people, seriously.
Even a monorail, even a monorail system.
Tommy, that is it. Newark have a monorail system.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
right?
Spain is ideal for that.
And you can put it above. You can put it above.
That's what they are. They're
China likes to build roads on the sea or mountains. See how China's infrastructure is putting high-speed rail over the sea. This cross-sea bridge is 14.7 kilometers long, of which 10.8 kilometers are offshore when it opens. High-speed trains from Fuzhou to Xiamen will pass over the bridge at an average speed of 350 kilometers per hour. In order to build the bridge quickly, the engineering team used a Lego construction method. First, the pylons are built, and then the girders between them. But the team faced an unprecedented problem. Most of the previous viaducts had been built with 32-meter sections, but the environment is harsh, with wind gusts of up to force 6 resulting in fewer than 200 effective construction days in a year. In order to speed up the construction schedule, engineers increased the length of the bridge section of the viaduct to 40 meters, weighing 1,000 tons. The engineers therefore had to develop a machine that could lift the heavier sections of the bridge, but with more compact dimensions than the existing bridging machines. It's the Kunlun Bridge Erector. It's 116 meters long and 9.2 meters high, shaped like an elongated missile car. It can carry a 40-meter section of bridge weighing 1,000 tons. It travels to the construction site to build bridges. After 6 months of production, the new Kunlun Bridge Erector has come into view. It will be put to the test in the Cross-Sea Railroad project.
Yep. Also, did we see that new bridge that was built from Connie to over to Jersey City?
Yeah, of
Beautiful.
course I see it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know, and the thing about it is that Margaret, welcome. So Hailey says, why don't they pay China 300 million to build a bridge instead? That will make more sense. I mean that makes sense. Margaret, good night. Margaret said,
because they're gonna have to do it in transparency, and they can't siphon nothing more.
Margaret says we don't think of the long-term benefits of moving forward with technology, and you're correct. Years ago, I was in France when, boy, what were we in 2023?
23.
Was it 2015? That was 8 years ago, right? And I posted and be, oh boy, that's too expensive. Listen, we spent $500 million on the Red House. $500 million. Do we truly believe? We truly believe, boy, that the Red House, renovating the Red House, was more important than alleviating traffic in Trinidad and Tobago? All the stress you had to go through. You had to leave home 5 o'clock in the morning to get to Port of Spain 8 o'clock, or to get Port of Spain for 7 o'clock. And you don't know what will happen between wherever you're coming from in the south to coming to the east. You know what I mean? And the people is like, they just sit down there and say, well, you're too expensive. It go cost too much money. They're spending money on all. Watch now. Put a moratorium on building all them highways and all them kind of thing. Stop with all them things. Because it's 70 million here, 100 million there, 200 million here. By the time you finish, it's $1 trillion they're spending. So all them years they're spending. What is that? The budget every year was $63 billion. Between 50 to 60 billion every year.
But like we were saying, a monorail system going east to west and north to south will resolve a lot of the issues.
Of course, and that easy. Look, Newark just built a monorail.
Yeah, it's going in the air. You're putting everything in the air, and you could go alongside the highway.
Built a monorail.
You could go alongside the highway or any other permanent roadway if you want to.
And you don't need a conductor.
Everything is automated.
Everything is automated.
You will still need some sort of conductor in case
you need service and
attendance. Service attendants.
Yeah, you need people to service the equipment.
So how does the air tram operate?
There's no conductors on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is computerized. Everything is computerized, and many airports have that. Many airports.
Yep.
So you could do a monorail from Piako to Aruka or a monorail from Piako to Tong. How long is it from Piako to Tong? How much miles is that? Or kilometers? See how much miles that is, Tommy. How much miles it is from Piako to Port of Spain? Let me see how much miles that is. You understand? These are the kind of ideas they should be discussing on radio. Right?
Angela, is the education system preparing the curriculum, preparing for such innovation? Or we stuck with the same colonialism?
23 kilometers. 23 kilometers.
How much?
23 km.
23 kilometers, that is it?
Yep.
But wait now, that is about 12 or 13 miles, right?
Yep.
That is small thing. That is small thing, really? But then let me get back to your question. The innovation the innovation could come from students, but normally the innovation comes from people in the government who are innovative in their thinking, and they are doing things in order to better the lives of people in the country. So, for example, every time all of us go home, you'll end up in traffic somewhere.
So Zuckerberg is in the government. The fella that create Cash App in the government, Twitter in the government. I mean, I'm just saying, we have to look at the educational system and revamp that too.
Because we are different in Trinidad and Tobago.
They need to get on board with the rest of the world. That's what they need to do, and stop educating students to pass an exam 1, 2, 3, 4 ABC.
But you see, the difference is that those guys could get investment bankers to put up the start money in order for them to do that. For example, Zuckerberg was at Harvard.
So we don't have smart fellas in Trinidad and women that can do that too. Why can't we? No, we don't. We don't.
No, people not gonna invest in it.
Why they not gonna invest, Angela?
Think about the creative, innovative ideas that have been invested in Trinidad that doesn't come from the government in Trinidad. Think about it.
But you don't know what the members of the population have innovative ideas, but they just want to be heard or to be seen or somebody take them seriously. We don't know that.
The point is, these guys cannot get the startup investment.
Why they can't get the startup investment?
Well, how many of them have gotten that?
Okay, who is the Minister of Commerce and Trade? Is it such a portfolio?
No, it's not the government, it's private investors.
You see,
a lot of these guys.
Who does attract people to come and invest in a country? Whose job is it to do that?
But when you make an investment, you have to be able to see a return on your investment. With in a small population, it's a little bit
ROI. Yes.
Yeah, we know ROI and all that. But whose job is it to say, hey, I have the learning power, the manpower, the infrastructure, the whatever to come here and pitch, come and pitch things and start up camp here. Whose job is it?
You have to be given concessions if you really want to see these things happen.
Okay, so what kind of concessions supposed to be given?
From the governance on taxes and
okay.
Okay.
Keep on going. Now you know why I asked the question. Anyway.
Yeah, but you see, the system set up in the United States is different in that people like Elon Musk and them guys, they can start companies, Cash App on all them guys start companies. But what they do, they get investors. Investors put in, investment bankers see that, you know what, I think I could make some profit here. Yeah, I want 20% of your company. I want 25% of your company. I'll give you $50 million.
Right, but when you market into 300 million people, you can take these risks comfortably.
Yeah.
So you know, so why you can't come and bring the whole thing in the CARICOM then? How many people in the CARICOM region? How many all them Caribbean islands together? Them can't how many millions them gonna make up?
No,
You see, there we go. Yeah, no. You see, this is exactly what I'm saying.
you have
This is
to
what
deal with you have to deal with different governments.
what's
In
wrong?
America, you'd have to deal once you have or whatever permits, you'd have to deal with the government. You're dealing with private investors.
And you go across.
And how is Guyana doing?
What was that?
How is Guyana doing?
What do you mean? How is Guyana?
Guyana is on the energy trail right now, and they're doing pretty well.
Okay,
That's a natural resource. That's totally different.
Okay, well, they're still doing good, you know. I use catch up and WhatsApp and thing as a thing. But why is Trinidad and Tobago not doing as well as Guyana then? Anyway, put this on. Anyway, those were just some cynical questions I had. That's all.
Okay, so Margaret says, I disagree, Anselm. My nephew is good at what he does, but the opportunity is not there for him.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. If you are an innovator, you have to be able to get an opportunity for an investor to invest in you. You know what that's like? That's like Shark Tank. Or let's see Shark Tank, right?
Yep.
Right? Shark Tank is you have an idea, you go and you pitch these ideas to these guys. This is nothing to do with the government. You have an idea, you pitch the idea to these guys, you say, I'm looking for 500,000. The guys tell you, all right, listen, I'm going to invest 500,000. I want 20% of your business.
Right, but first you have to convince them it's a viable investment.
Correct. You have to convince them because
and they have to have confidence in your ability to run that business.
Yes. So it's not because you come up with an idea, I go just put out $1 million, or I go put out, and plenty of these guys have invested in these businesses, and with their help, these businesses have become very successful.
Much more successful than the startup.
Correct. So what it is that if we could have those type of for small, medium entrepreneurs in Trinidad and Tobago, right? If you could have private investors who are willing to invest in these guys, because remember, it's risk, willing to invest in these guys in order to move their business forward. Maybe the government should be pushing that. I don't know.
So let me ask a question. We have McDonald's in Trinidad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have KFC in Trinidad, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But this is just, I was just asking the question alone here. It doesn't necessarily have to be tech. Why is it, why is it we are not in the Caribbean? I've seen this, I've asked this question a long time ago. I don't see where they recruit talent. I see talent, like Jamaica and different Rihanna, and they will come to recruit talent, but they won't come to try to, set up some sort of base where you can garner all the the technologically, the AI people there. Okay, the world is going AI. What are they doing in Trinidad to prepare the young ones? What's really going on?
Well, education is the education is there, and is in Trinidad as far as the AI is concerned. Trinidad has not been left behind with the education.
But I don't see opportunity, investment. I don't see people coming in the droves. We want to invest in Trinidad. We want to recruit. We want to build. We want to. What do we have to do to make it viable and salient and delicious to people with the monies and things to say, hey, take Trinidad and Tobago seriously, because we have a 98% literacy rate to begin with, even though I think the curriculum is still based on colonial stuff, right? But 98% literacy rate, the people are employable. There's a lot of unemployment there. Shouldn't these things be, what do we have to do? I know you're going to make it safe.
Investments investments are profit driven, of course, and security is also a very
Right. That's why you gotta make it safe. So
is a
what?
very important component. And not only that, when you're marketing to a small population, you got to be airtight because you don't have the margin for the errors that you could make in a larger environment. And these are some of my tips.
That because the people with the money, you know, they. Lord.
You see, in order for Trinidad to get foreign direct investment, you have to give people incentive to invest in your country. Okay, there has to be incentives. So, for example, Rajvi says taxes too high to invest in Trinidad and Tobago for investor, right? Look, Tommy, look at South Orange, for example. I think Tommy, I don't know if Diana knows where South Orange is. Tommy, you see all them apartment buildings they're building up in South Orange now?
Oh man, Valley Street is
There you go. There you go. You know what them guys get? Them guys get 20-year tax abatement.
Yeah, abatement.
Right? Yes, they don't have to pay taxes for like 15, 20 years.
Well, and those are incentives that you give for investments.
Those are incentives that you get to invest, right? And what that does, eventually, that's going to bring commercial property tax to that community. Right?
Yep.
And what it does, it brings more people into the community and more people to spend money in the community. I mean, it also increases the school because, you know, if they have a lot of school-age children, I mean, there'll be more people in the school. And then eventually, you know, they will have to renovate them schools and make them larger, which is already happening. But these are things that happen because, you know, the communities see that we got to continue finding ways in order to bring income into those towns.
Right, because all those residents need all the essential services that are required for living.
Correct. Correct. So we in Trinidad, we just continue to depend on oil and gas. We continue to and here the Prime Minister the other day, all they talk about is diversification. Right? You know,
sometimes I really wonder. I don't want to say the wrong things. I try to be impeccable with my words, but my mind's been working and playing tricks on me, and I'm wondering the places that is or institution that gives. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me just hold my mouth.
No. You could say because I mean, you know, sometimes you have to speak truth to power.
The institution that educate these so-called doctors and whatever they are. Let me just keep my mouth.
No. You see?
You see? I have to be impeccable with my words because, I mean, I really think about it. I say, you know, these guys, they're so highly educated, but what kind of education is that? What?
You know, why I take the position I take.
Then hold the thought. We're gonna go for a quick station identification. Hold the thought. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. And folks, we coming soon. As Deion Sanders says, if you know Deion Sanders, the head coach of Colorado, we coming.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m.
All right,
Tune in to 91.9. Tune in to 91.9 FM. Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You can also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on this radio station.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have got a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso. It's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we.
If you collect 100 black ants and 100 fire ants and put them in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you take the jar, shake it violently, and leave it on the table, the ants will start killing each other. Red believes the black is the enemy, while black believes the red is the enemy, when the real enemy is the person who shook the jar. The same is true in society. Men versus women, black versus white, faith versus science, young versus old, etc. Before we fight each other, we must ask ourselves, who shook the jar? I'm Mark.
I think there are two.
Who shook the jar?
I'm all right. I extend.
There are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Can't take that. When they want to stop all this humiliation, I can't take that. Wake up in the morning, more frustration, I can't take that. No, ain't taking that. So ain't taking that. Ain't taking that.
with you. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come there every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Go ahead, Diana.
Anyway, I'll jump in since Diana ain't coming in.
No, go ahead. You all go ahead. I'm busy doing something.
Yeah, but what we were talking about is the way we resolve issues in Trinidad and Tobago is frightening. I mean,
frightening.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Frightening.
Yeah, we can just track back and look at the way the COVID situation was handled when it came to nationals outside of Trinidad. You lock them out of their country and jeopardize their life. Some of them probably will never recover from some of the hardships that they experienced being locked out.
Correct.
It's still recovered.
Okay, you have something like an oil field, an oil refinery that needs reorganizing. You shut it down and take a huge loss with all the equipment just going to scrap. So how much of it will go to scrap? I mean, what kind of education these managers has had? What kind of education? Is that how you resolve these issues? They never heard about reorganizing, but if it's top heavy.
Yeah, Tommy, not only that, right? But in this country, the government will bail out companies, and the government will run these companies until they become profitable, and then they will sell it to private investors, right? In Trinidad, we do it a different way. We close them down.
Mudball the damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they want to mudball something, the institutions that educated these numbskulls who do these things, that's what they need to shut down.
And Tommy and Diana, we don't care what effect that has on the economy. We don't care, right? For example, right, back in the day, we had AIG. Even look at what happened in Silicon Valley recently with that bank. The government bailed them out.
That's right.
Because if the government allow these banks to fail, it will have a drastic effect on the economy.
On the world. And there were mergers also. Banks were buying out other bigger banks were buying out smaller banks. You know? So I don't know.
What they really need to reorganize is things like WASA and maybe
they need to privatize WASA.
Not necessarily. They can reorganize.
They need to trim the fat. They need to trim all the fat at WASA too. I understand there's a whole heap of dead weight there.
Tommy, WASA, once WASA continues to be run by the government, WASA will be in a deficit.
But if the government would take a firm hand and reorganize it, upgrade the technology, cut the fat, and set it right.
Tommy, my political people had to get jobs.
All right.
What are you talking about? Look how long WASA in the red. Look how long.
Since 1960?
Boy, listen. We have to have, to me, you see WASA, T and Tech, all of them, privatize all of them. But what you have to do, you have to make sure that the workers are not going to be sent home, because sometimes, Tommy and Diana, Diana, as you says, a lot of these companies have too much fat.
And you know they have. You see what happened to what was it in Champlain that make the butter? What was the name of that place?
Trinidad Growers,
Blue Band
butter. Somebody in the chat with that. They closed that down too, right?
No, but that wasn't government though.
I know, but the government saying they closed. They closed down private stuff too. So I don't know. They just seem they operated where it's closed, put hardship on people.
But talking about WASA now, WASA needs some technology upgrades when it comes to water treatment and water distribution.
Tommy, as you say that, I'm going to show you all a video. I have a video to show you all. And Margaret is on that point too. too many dinosaurs in the government.
Unilever. Thank you, Troy.
Margaret, you're being generous. Too many what? What is it, Diana? To Sonotaurus? What it is? What?
Tyrannosaurus. But listen, why are you on the
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus? Right? Why are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
on the Wassa thing, right? Somebody sent me a video where an audio where they went in the night to cut the people down in South Source of water. Cut the people water for what I don't know.
Are they paying the
And that
bill?
is the only feed the woman was saying in the video. The only feed for them. Huh?
Let me ask a question. Were they paying the bill?
I don't know, Anselm.
We gotta
I
find
don't
out that
know.
first. Because
I don't know. I don't know. But to cut the people water,
don't like to, not all of them, not all of them, don't like to pay their bill. And when they come to cut your water, you want to cost them and all kind of thing.
but there's a whole area that was going to be affecting.
Huh?
There's a whole community depending on that feed for water.
But what about the reliability? How often they get water? That's the other thing. Are they really getting what they're paying for?
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that, Tommy. If they're not getting what they're paying for, that's a different story. But we have to start to understand that if you're getting something, because let me give you an example. How much?
You know why I said to everybody, don't pay no water bill. Nobody pay nothing.
No.
Maybe they'll get their act together.
If you're getting water, you have to pay your bill.
Don't pay nothing. If my neighbor can't get water in the next village, don't pay nothing.
That's the part of the problem. You
pay
want people to be lawless, and that is why we are
But
lawless.
there are areas where people are paying their bill and they're not getting water. So I sent a protest.
And then when we have all this crime in the country,
and
right,
I sent a protest. Anyway, you heard what I said, man. I sent a protest on behalf of your neighbor in a neighboring village. Why is my neighboring village not getting water and they're paying the bill? Well, I'm not paying no bill then till they get water.
You don't want to pay the bill.
I'm not paying water. I'm not paying my bill in Maraval until the people in Truma can't get water then. Let me go there.
No, lawlessness is unacceptable.
What do you mean lawlessness?
Unacceptable.
And you want the people in Chumakak to pay a bill and they ain't getting no water. Well, I ain't Maraval, I ain't St. Augustine, I ain't Curep, I ain't paying no bill until people in Chumakak get water too.
No.
Yeah, that's solidarity.
I'm from Chumakak, and I will not encourage people to be lawless because that's what I think about people in Chumakak, that they're lawless.
You see,
I pay St. Augustine, I pay no water bill until people in Chumakak get water too. Until the people down in Debe get water too. Until the people wherever get water. Everybody should be getting water, especially paying the bill. Yeah.
But that's not the only essential service that is faulty. For example, TNTech. Low voltage, sun power short outages, that destroys your appliances.
Yeah, but no recourse, no financial recourse, right, Tommy? No claim for the food.
That is a different story. If that happens, they have to. They're supposed to reward you or give you a rebate for whenever that happens.
I like the buzzword. I like the keyword. Supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to. But I don't subscribe to. If I get electricity and the people down the road ain't getting electricity, I should not pay my bill because them ain't getting electricity.
Solidarity. It's called solidarity.
You have to pay your bill. You have to
it's called solidarity.
You have to
pay your bill.
You have to encourage lawlessness. That lawlessness.
When you call it lawlessness, I call it solidarity.
But you need adequate service. You don't need brownouts and load and voltage drops.
Well, you know what? Everybody just go along the way they are in Trinidad, and things will get better. Everybody just go along. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Just go like you ask for something. You ain't get it. Okay. I can't get it. Okay. Just go along. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't do nothing.
Nobody can prevent an act of God that would create hardship. But
let them do what they want to you forever.
When
let me see what's the outcome, where they're gonna end up. That's all I say. Continue on that path. Whatever path all you're on right now, just continue now.
Guyana don't have Rolly Eye. Who they have? Rastafari?
They what?
I'm only kidding. Captain
That's
said.
it. What?
Captain says Guyana doesn't have Rolly Eye.
Rolly Eye, Rastafari.
Rajvi
I,
says,
I say in Trinidad and Tobago, those people they have more patience than Joe, boy, because all them injustices and things being forced upon you, and you all you ain't get up and send a message yet, all you have patience.
Rajvi,
Let me go ahead. When I got patience, when I got more patience than Joe.
Rajvi, when they're not successful, they go out of business. When they're not profitable, they go out of business because they're
Who
not.
that?
They're
no,
not
I
going to
don't know.
stay.
I don't know.
People
Rajvi
paying for water
companies.
and they still have to buy a truck of water.
I don't know how Rajvi.
I wanna sit down there putting up with that. Huh? Wanna sit down there putting up with that.
They find either
Still,
chapter 7
huh?
or chapter 11 when they're not profitable.
Yeah, I don't know how Rajvi could say most big companies in the US and the US is not profitable. Most of the big US companies list on the New York Stock Exchange or on the NASDAQ.
That's right.
Oh.
And when they list on the NASDAQ or the stock exchange, they have to be profitable.
And if they're not profitable, they file chapter 7 or 11.
Oh yeah. Or you have to delist you. Yeah, Rajvi. Most of them, you have to be profitable.
I can't see myself where I am, and I live in a boondock town. 3 months I don't know what in my pipe, my bathroom, my this, my that. And I have to pay a bill? Huh? They're gonna hear from me. I go into a town meeting. They're gonna hear from me the first week. A week without what's going on here?
Rajvi, when you start up, they expect you to not be as profitable for at least 3 years, 3 to 5 years, because you have to, like every garden, you have to seed it.
Break even.
You have to seed it and water it and nurture it until it starts to produce. You don't get it produced as you put the seed in the ground or the plant in the ground.
Something as basic as water. You can't get water, and you only want me to pay a bill? Huh? I paying a bill and I ain't getting it. I'm not paying no money no more. Come and cut all your pipe and whatever this is all I have to do. If I ain't getting no water for 3 months and all they still want me to pay a bill, you're not getting another dime from me. That's it. I will make provisions and do what I gotta do. But I will not be giving you my money and you're not giving me my service. No, not working with Diana. I had to catch the rain, go dip in the river and boil, wherever. But I'm not going to be paying Wassa my money and I ain't getting no water. It ain't working so. Come and cut all your line and do everything. Don't come back here. Cut all your line. All no water here. Shoot. If I want money and you ain't getting the service? Nah, man.
So
I take that water and buy bottle. Take that money and buy bottled water then. Shoot. Right?
So based on Rajvi's statement that 99% of startups never become profitable, the exact rate of startups, the exact success rate of startups can vary. But it's generally true that a significant percentage of startups do face challenges and not all of them become profitable. The failure rate often depends on various factors like industry, market condition, and the management of the business. While the statistic 99% of startups never become profitable might be an exaggeration, it is accurate to say that many startups do struggle to achieve profitability, and a substantial portion of them may not succeed in the long term. So, if we say 99%, it is somewhat of an exaggeration.
Exactly.
Yeah?
He said 99% in the US.
If it was 99%, then nobody would want to take a chance.
A lot of people. There's a large percentage, but 99% is
grossly
way
exaggerated.
Yeah.
But something I noticed though, since the pandemic, I see a lot of businesses closed down, and especially restaurants. A lot of businesses closed down. And I started taking a note of how many restaurants. There were a lot of service in it about restaurants. You know? So I said to myself, I wonder if they will bounce back.
Who owns Power Gen, Bryson Road, Port
Yeah,
Authority?
I guess I am.
What's a claim they
I guess I am trying to look that up. Who owns Power
Who
Gen?
owns Power Gen?
I thought I was having a conversation.
Troy Smith says, I want to do some investigation into who owns Power Gen Rising Road. No wonder why you can't get your buildings in Chumakak. Yeah. So, I mean, uh, if you're down, I can look up who owns Power Gen.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
In who owns Power Gen in Trinidad? That's a good story. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it for you, Troy.
Let me your mind shaky.
Okay, I can't find that. All right.
Today, the shareholders of the company are the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission with 51%, and Maru Energy Trinidad LLC, owned by Japanese multinational Marubeni. You heard that?
Yeah. Say that again.
TNTech owns 51%, and the Japanese company owns 39%, and Power Gen Holding Limited owns 10%. You get it?
So say that again. 51
51% TNTech,
So
39% the Japanese company called Marubeni,
okay.
and 10% by Power Gen Holdings.
Okay.
Power Holdings Limited, rather.
Okay. So there we go. So I think the question might be for choice. Who has
Who owns Power Gen Rising Road? No wonder why you can't get your bridge in Chumaka, your buildings in Chumaka.
Yeah.
So the owners of Power Gen is TNTech 51%,
Is the government
Marubeni 39%,
a Japanese firm, right?
right, and Power Holdings Limited 10%.
I don't know who Power Holdings Limited
And
could be.
it's NEL Power Holdings Limited.
All right. So
is it necessary for all these stakeholders to own this company?
Yeah, that's normal. That's quite
That's-
normal. The
it
government
is?
has the controlling share, so they make the decision, which is it puts them in a good place. But at least they have fun. They're not in it by themselves.
Yeah.
So by with all these companies, shouldn't the commodity be really cheap to the consumer or no? I don't know. Only educating them.
Well, it's all about profit. That's why people invest in it, because
It's all about profit.
they expect it to turn a profit. You wouldn't invest in something to take a loss.
No, so you expect to turn a profit. The commodity is costly to the consumer, right? So Trinidad and Tobago consumers, the electricity bill is high, low, medium, what? I don't know.
I think
Electricity is still cheap in Trinidad compared
yeah,
to
it's still cheap. Yeah. Trinidad is one of the cheapest electricity, from what I understand.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where I am, my electricity bill is high, and I run everything on electric. My heat, my TV, my washing machine, my dryer, everything is electric with me. So you know my bill is high.
Yeah, in Trinidad, it is still affordable or somewhat affordable, even running an air conditioner and all year round.
Oh, it is. Okay. I don't know. I never owned. I had an electric bill in Trinidad. So.
So let me say, electricity is relatively cheap in Trinidad as of December 22, the average price of electricity for household is 0.052 US dollar per kilowatt hour, and for business is 0.053 US dollar per kilowatt hour. This is significantly lower than the global average price of electricity, which is 0.179 US dollars per kilowatt hour for households and 0.187 US dollar per kilowatt household for businesses. So you see, Trinidad electricity in Trinidad cheap,
That's
and
true.
they just still complain about electricity. Let me see what is the cost in the United States.
The average cost.
It's cheap compared to and they're working at what salaries, what year? They got 4% the other day. I don't. Hey, what is he researching now?
The average cost of electricity in the United States.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends on where you are.
Well, you can get an average.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. The average cost of electricity in the United States is 16.14 cents per kilowatt hour as of September 2023. However, the cost of electricity can vary widely depending on a number of factors, including the state you live in, the type of customer you are, residential, commercial, or industrial, and your usage pattern. So, for example, Alabama, 12.41 cents. Alaska, 22.54. Arizona, 13.16. Arkansas, 9.99.
Tell me Connecticut.
21.62.
Connecticut?
Yes. Hawaii, 32.76. Look. All of these places here. Let me see what they have in New Jersey.
And then I find too with the killing you, the carrying costs, whatever that is. I'm like, oh Lord.
New Jersey, 18.24. Let
Wow.
me go back to Trinidad. See, all we bring information to all you. The electricity is relatively cheap in Trinidad. As of December 2022, the average price of electricity for a household is 5 cents. 0.052 US dollars. 5 cents. Right? 5 cents.
Per kilowatt.
Let me go to New Jersey. Connecticut.
16.
21.62
Lord Father, help me.
$21.62.
Per kilowatt?
Yes.
See, my electric bill is beyond.
No. That's cents.
21 cents.
21 cents.
Unless you're killing the homeowner.
Yeah, 21
cents.
Yeah. For us in New Jersey, it's
18.
18.24 cents. So imagine.
5 cents versus 18 cents versus 20.
We are paying nearly 4 times. This is trade base. This is not TT dollars to US dollars. You know, people go start to make the conversion already. Right? Based on what you are paying, it's cheap. And you gonna tell me you ain't paying the bill? You not paying your bill? Nah. Something
But
more.
you don't know what other bills the homeowner have.
Yeah, but it's relatively inexpensive. We're saying
that's what I'm saying. It's relatively inexpensive.
You're paying peanuts. 5 cents per kilowatt.
5 cents, please. And that might be subsidized too, you know. Let me see if electricity is subsidized in Trinidad. Let me see. Is electricity subsidized in Trinidad?
But they may have other bills too, you know, and the whole.
Yeah, other bills too here too, you know. We have other bills too.
Other stuff, you know. And
We have more bills in the United States than in Trinidad. Trust me.
Oh my God. Yes, electricity is subsidized in Trinidad. The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, TNTEC, purchases natural gas from National Gas Company at a subsidized price. This
So
subsidized price is then passed on to TNTEC customers in the form of lower electricity rates.
that's what I was about to ask. So
Listen,
the subsidy
there
making
are
it
many bad things happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Many things can be better, but there is some things that they shouldn't
Exceptionally
complain
good.
about.
That are
That is
exceptionally good.
Exceptionally good. Exceptionally. What about water? Let me see if water is subsidized in Trinidad.
Absolute. Well, it's a natural resource, so
Well, I mean, you got to pay for it still.
yes, electricity has to be generated. You don't have to generate water. All you have to do is manage, store, and distribute.
Well, you should get it free then.
No. I'm saying that the cost of 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 the resource is literally none, as opposed to
Listen to this. Water is subsidized in Trinidad. The Water and Sewage Authority charges residential customers a flat rate for water usage.
that's right. Yes. Yeah. It's not metered.
Tommy, wait. I didn't know that.
It's not metered.
Wait. Let me pause there a minute.
Yeah, pause for a minute. It is not metered for residential customers.
So wait now. We pay a metered water rate.
Yes, based on usage.
Like, for example, right? If people have to water their lawn, that's extra water, right?
That's right. You have to pay for that.
We pay for that, right?
Yep. To wash your car, you pay for it. Taking long showers, you pay for it.
Now listen to this. The Water and Sewage Authority charges residential customers a flat rate for water usage.
That's right.
This flat rate is significantly lower than the actual cost of providing water service. The government subsidizes the difference between the flat rate and the actual cost. The water subsidy is estimated to be worth approximately $200 million per year. It is a significant part of the Trinidad government and water and sewage subsidy program. The government provides subsidies for water, sewage, and garbage collection. The total cost of water and sewage subsidy program is estimated to be approximately $400 million per year. The water subsidy is intended to benefit all consumers in Trinidad. However, it is particularly beneficial to low-income households. Low-income households spend a larger portion of their income on water than high-income households. Therefore, they benefit more from the water subsidy. The water subsidy is also intended to promote public health. Access to clean water is essential for preventing the spread of waterborne diseases. The water subsidy makes it more affordable for people to afford clean water. The water subsidy has been criticized for being unsustainable. WZYE is a state-owned company. It is losing money due to a number of factors, including high operating costs, low water rates, and theft. The water subsidy is contributing to WZYE's financial problem. The government have proposed a number of reforms to water subsidy. One option is to increase water rates gradually. Another option is to target the subsidy to low-income households. The government is also exploring ways to improve the efficiency of the water sector. This could help reduce the cost of providing water service. The water subsidy is a complex issue. There are a number of different perspectives on the subsidy. The government is currently reviewing the water and sewage subsidy program. It is important to consider all of the different perspectives before making any decisions about the future of the subsidy.
Yep. because you have to look at, first and foremost, you have to look at the operations itself, the cost of the operations.
You know what that tells me, boy? You know what that tells me, Tommy? It tells me that there are many people in Trinidad who are really uninformed of what's going on. I'm not saying that things are not wrong. I'm not saying they don't have problems. But we compare Trinidad to the worst of United States of America or the worst of the world. Correct?
Yes.
We compare everything worse. Everything worse.
It's
Why do we
90% theory? You know, it's 90%. That the 10%.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct. There we go. That's it right there. Right? So
what they doing with the flat rate they collect?
What do you mean?
What they do with the flat rate they collect, and people ain't getting the water.
They still have to subsidize it, 200 million, but
subsidize it, and there's a shortfall because we're still losing money.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. The only real pressing, or should I say, very crucial item that needs addressing like yesterday is the crime situation.
Yes.
The roadways are overburdened with automobiles at this particular time, but we can live with that a lot, much more than with the crime situation.
Margaret said, but on some, the government is the worst non-payer of their bills, and that is the state enterprise.
That's normal.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, Eiley, you're right. Look, Eiley, this is the 90% Eiley. People should wean themselves off Wasan water. Eiley, you're right.
Go bed.
Yeah. Wean all yourself off of Wasana, man. Come on,
Don't
bed.
Don't bed, right, Tommy?
Yeah, don't bed.
Don't bed, don't flush.
Margaret, the water all you're paying for is subsidized. So if it's subsidized, you shouldn't be no problem if you had to buy some chalk water.
By the excess.
Yeah, by the excess. Right? So they're subsidizing it. So they know what you know what they're saying? You know, we subsidizing them to 200 million, you know. Right?
Oh,
so
man, you telling
you have to ration the water.
Ration the water. Look, I pay for something I want it. That's it. I paying for a commodity. I want it. I ain't getting it. I ain't paying
a
it.
reduced price.
I don't care. I don't care if I'm a sale price, discount price, reduced price, wherever. You're paying for it. I want it. Otherwise, I ain't paying it.
If you pay full price, you're supposed to get you full.
I don't care.
I'm reduced price, you get reduced water.
But until you go to a store here, you pay for a discounted item and they ain't give it to you. What you gonna do? You gonna make noise for your thing, right? Okay then.
Yeah, but the truth be told, the service, or should I say the labor, the amount of labor that WASA employs is like a make work program.
Yeah, when you see 9, 10, 11 sign up over on the road, and 6 of them ain't doing nothing.
9 stand up and 1 digging.
Yeah, 6 of them ain't doing nothing, and 1 over there on the cell phone.
All right. 6 stand up, 9 stand up, and 1 digging. Right? If all of a sudden now you privatize WASA and you cut them 8 people, the whole place will be in a frenzy.
Why they gonna be in a frenzy?
Listen, what you can do is, this is my opinion. If you're restructuring, you target the oldest heads and you pay them off and send them home.
Yes, correct. You get them a severance package. You get them a severance package. Take a severance package. What do you mean? The companies, that's how big companies up here do it.
You reorganizing.
Of course. They give you a severance package. They say, boss, listen, call you in the office. They say, listen, we could give you this. or you could stay, and whatever the consequence, you have up to a certain date. They give
That's
you a
right.
package to tell you have until December the 24th, just before Christmas, to make a decision.
More oppression. More oppression.
That's
No
not
oppression.
oppression.
No oppression. You're getting a lump sum.
That's business.
More oppression.
That's no oppression.
You're getting a lump sum, and
Yeah.
and you part your ways. You.
So wait. Can I interject here? Well, I just be cynical.
All the
Can
time.
I interject here? You have an entity that is, you all say, I want to go for what you said, financially hemorrhaging.
Right.
Where
No,
you
but
find
we
money
say,
from to pay me out?
1 minute. Diana, 1 minute. It's not what we're saying. It's what is.
So you have an entity that is financially hemorrhaging. So you
Yeah.
want to send home all your heads. What you paying me out with?
Well,
You don't have the money to fix the infrastructure for the water already. You need to get to the people and wherever the pumps, and I'm only going for the stories, so I don't know. I ain't there. I'm not a consumer. So what you paying me out with when you say more pressure in my and I understand.
Anna, if you have
Wait,
to get
let me finish now.
reorganize the company, if you had to get a loan to reorganize the company, you get a loan and
I
reorganize the company.
I understand that some Petrotrin workers still waiting on their money. I understand that their teachers still waiting on their money.
That was
And
not
y'all
a
just said the government is the worst payer of bills. Of the bills. They don't pay the bills. So you're sending home people in an already tough situation. You're sending them home. How long? There's more pressure on me now, the older person, and only have this policy where it's higher between 18 and 35. More pressure on people, eh? All right. Okay, that's just my point. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong.
I don't have to pay 100% of the workers off. I'm paying a percentage that we cut back.
More pressure again.
This is 25%. I get loans to satisfy the payment for 25%. The other 75%, they're gonna remain and continue working and making a profit, hopefully. That would pay off the loan.
Wait, didn't they get a water loan the other day from China?
Quite possibly.
Something I saw in the thing. To save certain clips. Or they could tell me if I'm wrong, all right. Then they get water. If not China, or some IAB bank or something. Somebody get them money for water. Right? What are they doing with it? Well, why people still ain't getting no water? Oppression.
Yeah, when
corruption.
you have to pay 50% of the workforce for doing nothing.
That's
oppression and corruption.
You're oppressing the government.
Anyway,
Troy Smith says, Anselm, how can you privatize WASA when these bottled water are selling all over? Isn't it WASA water they are using? So how can they privatize WASA? Well, Troy, it's very simple. If we want to continue down that road of the way we deal with WASA and TNTech and all those government-run organizations, right? We're going to continue to spin it up in mud in Trinidad and Tobago.
Even if we privatize it, we have to reorganize it.
Oh, of course. But that doesn't mean to say that when you privatizing, people are going to lose their jobs. You will be giving people severance packages.
That's right.
Right? And it is done in this country all the time. It is done in this country all the time.
Picking minute here. Severance package don't mean you lost your work. You lost your work, but you get paid out.
No. Yeah, what did I tell you? The company is giving out severance packages. You've been with the company for 35 years. Here is a severance package. You could either take it or you wait until a certain time, and there's a possibility that you could get laid off. And it happens all the time. So you may
that capitalist move is good. That's very good for people.
So you want a social program where you're paying through your wazoo forever.
Yeah. Yeah, you just
Now,
pay
I don't
people
want
to do
social
nothing.
program forever. It ain't nothing forever. But that capitalist move is good. Good for
That's not a
people.
capitalist move. That's not
What?
capitalist.
Not a capitalist
You know
move.
what that is? You know what that
Bottom
is?
line, they're looking at the bottom line. That's capitalistic. Bottom
So wait,
line.
so
Me,
wait,
me
wait.
care
I am
about
a
you.
company. I am in a company, and I am in the company to see a debit all the time.
Mm.
I am
They
in the
care.
I am in the
They
business to
not
lose.
care about you. They care about the bottom line. That is how.
Which company?
And
Which
Stokely
company on the
Carmichael.
face of this earth cares about people? Which company?
None.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
NONE.
So
None of them.
they don't care about people.
And they like to practice the LIFO and the FIFO regularly.
No,
But
but
let
the
me
thing
ask
is,
you a question. If you have a company, you would rather see your company at a loss and keep employees, right?
Well, the big CEOs and them could take cuts too, you know.
No, I'm asking you a question. If you
The
have a
big
company,
CEOs and them could take cuts. You don't have to let go people all the time.
no,
So
I'm asking a simple
no,
question.
but can I?
I answered you. Nobody
You have
wants to
a
see their company in the red, but there are other ways you can do it. They will let go these people, but the big CEOs making $3 million a year, I think they hold them though.
Diana, in your personal life, you're having credit to your account every month of $3,000, and your debit is $5,000.
Tommy, you don't have to go that down to the brass tacks with me. I was a business owner. I know I am a finance major. I understand. But my thing is from a humanistic point of view. You know, you let a person, your person give you all, and you come, you're doing your life on your FIFO. I mean, come on.
Listen.
Your life, you know.
What you do is they give you all. You show appreciation by giving them a reward, but you're sending them home.
You send them home. Oh, okay. That's rewarding.
But you're giving them a reward. You offering them.
And you keep the $3 million CEO.
No, we saying we organizing the entire shebang.
And you keep the $3 million CEO.
No. We organizing everybody.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. He may not get the $3 million, but they're gonna work out the $3 million for he though, or she. Capitalist. This capitalism is the problem in the world. I come to realize Stokely Carmichael is absolutely right. Capitalism is the problem.
So democratic socialism is the resolution. I
ain't never said that, eh?
I don't have no issue with it.
I ain't never said that. You say so. I say I agree with Stokely. Capitalism is the problem in the world. But now watch me now. Watch me now.
What is the solution?
Niger is the name of that country that raised the price of the uranium to how much? 200 pounds. Now Niger, let's say, you know, they do it. They're the only source of what is it? Uranium or what is it? For the is it what's the product they raise? Is it uranium or titanium? Y'all help me now.
Uranium.
Uranium. So what do they use? What is uranium used in? What do they use uranium for?
Nuclear power plant.
Okay. I don't talk. See what they can understand where I'm going.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
and you see a man going up there and meet with Putin, I just call him. Putin and Jim Jing Ying or whatever the hell he name. They told them meeting, right? Because he wanted to buy thing from the North Korea fella now, right? And Niger up their price $200 for the uranium. What's going on there?
Yes, France. They're giving that pressure. Anyway, but remember this: the consumers of Trinidad. You say you don't want capitalism, and yet you don't want communism. So basically, what I'm saying is this: Carmichael said democratic socialism was the solution, but he wasn't really, what's the word? He wasn't embraced with his doctrines.
Well, I agree with him. Capitalism is the problem. I agree with that statement you made. Capitalism is when you look at the
What's
world.
the solution? What's the solution?
I don't know, me no economic and me no have no churn to leave behind to deal with all that mess. I just so I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Don't ask me.
Of course, you have children to leave behind. My children are
I
your
don't
children.
have no children to live in this
Ask them
this
children are your
mixed up
children. My
world.
children are your children.
Nah, your children can be my children. I don't have no children to live in this mixed up world, messed up world.
It takes
So me don't know what the problem is.
It takes a
I don't know
village
what the
to raise a
solution.
child. It takes a
I
village
don't,
to raise a child.
all I have is Stormy. A poor thing, he's sick the other day. So I don't know. Okay? I don't know what it is. What's the solution? But all I know is explain it. We just can't go on this way.
No?
Can't go on this car. No, man. Mm-mm. We just cannot go on this way. Come on,
Anyway,
man.
the night is running down on us while we ramble on concerning some of the ills.
We're having sensible discussions. America contract is up. No more uranium for them unless they pay it and go. I leave it, you know that.
Yeah, Eugene. A next thing that's right. Gas
Well,
is also the cheapest thing.
What you
Cheapest in
say?
the Caribbean. Gas is also the cheapest in the Caribbean.
Oh.
Well, Trinidad gasoline has gone to comparable prices with the US at this time. No?
Nah. What do you mean? Comparable from
For a gallon of petrol?
Not when you're converted.
Do the conversion and see what the cost of a gallon of petrol is in Trinidad versus a gallon of petrol in
I don't know. I don't know what the cost is in Trinidad. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, we can.
Margaret said her bill is $150 plus this month.
Which is what? Electricity?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think that's what you said. Well, my electricity bill is be 400 and change.
Yes.
Especially in this heat, they have to run the AC. Well, I don't use the dishwasher so regularly, but the washing machine, the dryer, the TV, the stove, the fridge.
Margaret's bill is average. I said Margaret's bill is average, and that's affordable. That's still very, very, very affordable.
My electricity
What is
bill.
the name of the power company in Jersey City? What's the name of the power company in Jersey City, Tommy? I don't know.
PSNG? No, nothing.
JCPL.
JCPL.
I don't know who's in Jersey.
Jersey City Power and Light.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's a different.
I have EverSource, and I noticed wherever these, I might be wrong, but wherever these electricity companies are, they generally don't, and especially in these remote, they generally don't have any competition. So you're stuck. They operate like an oligarch, right? So wherever they want to charge, wherever they want to do, they suck it to you.
Cost of gasoline in Trinidad and Tobago.
Here is information from globalpetrolprices.com.
That's Alexa.
Okay.
But I think I told you guys I bought me a smartwatch, right? So it counts the amount of steps I take. This watch was telling me, Big man, hello, you're not walking anymore today? And I'm like, what?
Anselm.
Yeah.
Gasoline in Trinidad and Tobago is $4.32 US a gallon at this time.
Now?
Yep.
Well, we're paying $3 something, right? How much y'all usually cheaper? How much y'all pay in Jersey?
Wait now, a gallon? How much we pay in a gallon here?
I know I paid $3.60 something the other day.
Yeah, I know it's less than $4. I can tell you that.
Right.
So me should I not TT?
No. TT.
It says US. He read it in US.
TT is $7.75 per liter and $29.33 per gallon.
Woo!
That's expensive, man.
That's what I'm making. gas in Trinidad is more expensive than the U.S. at this particular time.
Is it subsidized, that gas? Is it subsidized?
I think they remove as many subsidies as they could have.
Okay.
So Mean Gene said TNT gas is measured in liters, not gallons.
Oh shucks! I did the conversion, Mister. My unit does the conversion. Liters, okay. Per liter is USD is 114 US.
Oh, there we go.
114 US, which amongst the 432 US per gallon.
So in Trinidad is 432 US per gallon.
That's at this particular time.
And in Trinidad,
that's
in
about
America,
the same thing. That's about the same thing out in California and Hawaii, you know? So them is the two most expensive states.
This data is as of September 4, 2023.
Okay.
So what is it in California? California and Hawaii.
Gas is more expensive in Trinidad.
Pardon?
Gas is more expensive in Trinidad?
At this particular time, 432 per gallon.
And that's subsidized, right?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this. The cost of...
Let me see what the gas is in New Jersey.
So just before we go, I paid $3.69. That's a gallon?
Yeah.
I paid $3.69 a day ago.
Well, in California, it's $5.46 per gallon.
Cost
as of today.
Here is information from WZYE.
Okay. Regular gas is $3.82 per gallon.
Yeah, that's the average price, right?
Right.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
it's saying here California average gas prices today. Regular is $5.46, premium is $5.89.
So you know what that tells us? What that tells us is that there are certain things you could call it household. We could call it household items, right? That cost more here, and certain things that cost more in Trinidad. Like for example, electricity and water is cheaper in Trinidad. It's way more expensive here, right? Gasoline is more expensive here than it is in Trinidad.
Well, normally, except now.
Yeah. Highly, that's true. You wouldn't like to see it without subsidy in Trinidad. So highly, Mean Gene, Margaret, Rennie, if you're still there, Nadia, Joan, if you're still there, Troy Smith, if you're still there. Put closing comments in the chat. Captain Singh, if you're still there. Put closing comments in the chat. So you know what, Tommy? I think, Tommy, what we should do, Tommy, is put side by side the different things like gas, water, electricity, a few other essentials in the home, right? Like maybe flour, rice,
Cable TV, internet.
Cable TV, internet. And let's do a study of prices Trinidad and Tobago compared to the United States of America. And just see what type of differences we come up with. So I think we can do that. Right? Yeah? I think that would, because I was kind of shocked with regards to electricity and water, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's rather inexpensive.
That was rather inexpensive. Yeah, rather inexpensive. And, you could water anything. Heidi wants to know, answer how many Caribbean islands are there? Heidi wants to know how many Caribbean islands are there? All right.
45.
Let me find out.
Go and Google it, Heidi. You always want information for free. Put your little fingers, use your little voice and Google it.
It's 10 o'clock, Anselm.
Yeah, we're going for a break right now. Let's go for a break. Wait. Eileen, there are over 7,000 islands, islets, and reef and cays in the Caribbean Sea.
Keys, right.
All right.
Yeah, many Eileen? 7 grams.
All right. So we'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's in the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. We'll be right back after this message.
Tune in to 91.9 FM and join us in the village with DAT Triplets every Monday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are here to fearlessly confront important issues and engage in objective discussions on the latest trends. You can also catch our live stream on WZYE 95.9 FM, New York, New Jersey. Get informed, get inspired, get educated every Monday, 7 to 10 p.m.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
In the village with the DAT Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. My closing quote is, when asked if my cup is half full or half empty, my only response is that I'm thankful that I have a cup. When asked if my cup is half full or half empty, my only response is that I'm thankful I have a cup. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall, so that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZYE time, same WZYE channel. Later. Go ahead, Anna.
Okay, I was inspired to do something on oppression. I will do it, with a video and send it to you, Anselm, and you work your magic. So I wanted to talk about oppression. And here we go, as it pertains to Trinidad and Tobago. Nations should grow and progress with age. In Trinidad and Tobago, they seem to have dwarfed into an oppressive stage. To mask the oppression and peddle the illusion that everything is great, while the necks of working class, they continue to squeeze and suffocate. A culture of silence loudly prevails, forbidden to talk about injustices like you're in jail. The oppressive dominant group and its supporter covertly engage in muting anyone they view as an opposition member. Those who hold power, reformative change they're not bringing, while the oppressed in prison on remand are languishing. The dispensation of justice keeps delaying. For judicial dollars, the working class they keep exploiting. The colonial legacy of oppression continues to bloom, causing you depression and economic doom. A carefully organized pattern of mistreatment, the intention to destroy the oppressed plans for self-aggrandizement. Oppression now rooted in the education system, teachers financially stressed and feeling some deprivation. They have become part of the fair and social oppression confined to a colonial curriculum that does not trigger critical thinking and dialogue about liberation. To maintain their stifling or oppressive capitalist grip, there is the threat of a political whip, the dominant class tool of choice to censor the cries of the marginalized voice. Are you feeling helpless about what's happening in society by the unjust treatment from those in authority, of having nothing to do in your own country because of lack of opportunity? Are you willing to resist the status quo that exists, to create new systems of justice, one where oppression cannot persist? Join together, stand in solidarity with one another, and take back your God-given power from the great elusive oppressor. So say the Onyx Way and your global ambassador, Diana Benskin, or Wiedersehen till we meet again.
Thank you, Diana. Tommy?
Well, Mahatma Gandhi weighed in on happiness. He describes happiness as when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Like I always say every time, you have to become the change that you want to see. You, the man in the mirror. However, when you look in that mirror, if you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Like I say every time, love you all. See you next session. Be safe.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
The closing comments here. Let me see who put a comment here. Mean Gene says, comparing the U.S. to CC will be unfair. The economy are different.
We know this.
That's exactly why we compared. That's why we compare. You make comparison. You just convert it. U.S. to U.S. You could compare it. You could compare gross national income. I mean, I do a comparison in my class. Miley says, blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. Blessed is the people whose God is the Lord. Thank you, Hailey. Margaret says, thanks, Diana. Thanks, Tommy.
You're welcome, Margaret.
Nadia says, bless, good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Good night, Nadia. Thank you. Stay safe, too.
Night, Nadia. Stormy says, woof, woof. Stormy's head is in one of those funnel things. You know, they put the dog's head in the funnel. Poor thing. He's miserable. He don't have your dog.
Trinidad dollars is better than plenty top tourist destination. Thailand, Japan, China, Guyana, Colombia, Mexico, North Korea, and all these countries is much better than Trinidad.
Yeah, I told you were saying it the other way around, you know. Okay. I'm gonna go to the Mr. Trinidad.
Somebody was asking that you play See Miss Mary.
Oh Lord, that's sanction. That's what you call it.
Copyright.
Copywritten.
Yep. Yeah. Unless you get him doing it live.
Yeah, gotta look for that next time. You know what? I ain't gonna. We'll just play something from anything here. We play this one in a long time. Good night, folks.
Help! Somebody help me! I'm looking for Jacka. Boy, I try to go around the country now. I don't know what to do again. Looking to buy a donkey to sell coconut in town. Can't afford to buy a pickup to tote me nuts around. So I gone up in the country looking for jackals to buy. But everybody I check, just keep on telling I. They say up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. Up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, parliament a plenty. If you want to find real donkey, parliament a plenty. Donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey with PhD, doctorate, law degree, donkey that dance for sew, don't know from head to toe, looking for a donkey. You want to find real donkey? Fat donkey, maga donkey, any kind you can get it. Oh, yeah. I went down south in Rancho and also Lofino, fight up Mondo Nevo and Brasso Seco. They say it have a old man, he bound to have a few. But when I check the old man, he and all same too. He say up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. Up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, parliament a plenty. If you want to find real donkey, parliament a plenty. Donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey with weave and rats, even bald head jackass, donkey that straight and gay, donkey that bold and grey, looking for a donkey. You're looking for a donkey. Oh, she can't no Chinese donkey. I know what black donkey, grey donkey. What are you telling me about? Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder if I rain happen. They say that donkey looking like Saddam, and some looking like Madam. Long time had plenty donkey all over the country. You coulda buy 2 or 3, easy, easy, easy. But since it have a shortage of jackass, so they say, just wait until election when they come out to pray. Up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. Up here do a donkey, parliament a plenty. If you're looking for a donkey, parliament a plenty. If you want to see real donkey, parliament a plenty. Donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey for sewing day, donkey in suit and tie, who love the mama guy, drunk and corrupt donkey, that like to lie plenty, looking for a donkey. You want to find real donkey in right road. Oh boy, you have to have national pride. Up in the red house now, they gone back up there. I never go up there before. Boy, ask people now. Looking for a donkey. You up and down the country. I feel like go check out my partner Ronnie, you know. The old donkey man, he must know where I could get some. Because they looking to send me in prison or something, you know.